Hello my fellow dwarves. Today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to modify your standard issue shard diffractor. We're going to do some updates on it so we can really get this thing to pack the amount of punch to defeat all those glyphids down on Hawks' 4. First, you're going to have to submit a request to R&D and get yourself a larger battery. The one that comes stock isn't nearly enough to output enough firepower to defeat Praetorians and the like. We're going to have to set this aside for now. We don't want to be powering up the weapon while we're modifying it. Last thing we want is the gunner to blame us again for microwaving his leaf lovers. First, let's take the battery though. We're going to have to get into it using your standard issue wire cutters. Make sure we cut just above the yellow. And if you do it just south of the weapons terminal, that's a blind spot, so management can't see us. Modifying our equipment. Alright, now we should be in. Locate the relays, and just above them you'll find a piece of metal that we want to remove. Replacing this with some minerals that we found in the cave, the Enor Pearl. When we install it, it allows for faster charging on our battery. So now that we have it open, we just have to replace it and screw it right back in there. Perfect. Next, we want to get more damage in the AoE when we hit our targets. So unclipping the back mechanism here, allowing us to get to the innards. If we just tighten the coils here, that will allow the beam to become more concentrated, which also causes it to lose more, or react more violently when it hits our targets, resulting in more damage. Once those are nice and tight, we close up the center, as we'll be moving to the lens next. We'll need to salvage some of the driller's Colette wave cooker parts for this. I don't have the clearance to request his pieces, and he's not one to share. So when he's off trying to convince the others about his daily breakfast routine, we can sneak back to the weapon terminal and start ripping apart his cooker. We're gonna need some of his high intensity heating. We're gonna need some of his high intensity heating coils so we can tweak the oscillator beam and intensify the thermal shock waves for direct impacts. This should allow us to get more heat to our targets for every shot that we take. Also, while we're messing around with the Colette wave cooker, we can remove some of the lenses and attach them to our own. Should allow the beam to emit some more infrared light and slow down enemies in our path, giving us more time to melt them into goo. Scout's Drac 25 plasma carbine is known to malfunction, overheat, and cease functioning often, which means management orders them in bulk, and then we have a lot of them sitting around the space rig. We can take one of the batteries out of that and add it to our own, giving us a little more oomph. Plus, it has the added benefit of granting us increased charge efficiency. And with that, gentlemen, rock and stone. I'll see you in the caves. Rock and stone.